There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
We're in Moscow in the Soviet Union, and this promises to be the most watched event in boxing history. The Iron Horse.
I must break you.
No, you're right. He just will not let him out of that corner. Rocky Balboa is in serious trouble. Get killed up there. Drago continuing to punish Rocky Balboa.
No pain. No pain. No pain. No pain.
Rocky's been hit with bombs. Rocky's hurt. Right hand from Drago sends Rocky Balboa 15 feet across the ring. And his hand is down. Get up! It's been a one-sided fight so far. And Drago throws a hard right hand that stuns Rocky Balboa. They might have to stop this one before somebody gets killed. Rocky's taking punishment. He's completely exhausted. And Balboa goes down again from the right hand. Punch after punch, amazing willpower. Taking out of Drago's best punches so far. He's cut and he's bleeding.
All right, what's happening out there?
I see three of them out there.
Get the one in the middle. Right. Hit the one in the middle.
Russian's cut! Wow! Oh, yeah! Around like a wrestler. It's a gutter war. No holds barred in Moscow.
All your strength, all your power, everything you've got. Now this is your whole life here.
And a big right hand by Rocky Balboa. Rocky Balboa has done the impossible.
This is it, man. Best of all time.
Here we go in round two. Round two, the champion comes back out. He's leading across again, starting with the lefts and lefts and lefts.
This is it, man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to RAMBOMANIA. We've been gone for a while. We had a technological meltdown of sorts. I wanted to do this episode over a month sooner, almost 2 months sooner. We've been gathering lots and lots of Creed news since January for you that we never got around to, that we're going to skim through tonight, as well as some new breaking Creed themes, theories, and news stories. So I guess it's good that we're a little late, as as usual. First order of business for the night, I want to give a very special shout out to my man and best friend, Michael Cornell, for helping us get RAMBOMANIA back online. You have saved the day once again, my friend, so thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We thank you, and a happy birthday coming up on the 29th. So I can't wait to get together with Mike once again. Also, a warm thank you to our Creed Week guests of honor, Gabo, Alexander, Wildman Beyond, Craig Cohen, and from the Creed set, Mr. Mike Kunda, live. If you haven't seen those episodes, I suggest you go back and check them out, especially that Mike Kunda piece. A lot of Creed spoilers in there. Heard here first regarding Creed that didn't hit the media yet. It's the last 6 episodes. Please, I implore you, go back, check them out. Links in the description below. So, tonight on the show, it's the 7th hour of Creed Week. Better late than never. And we're here to cover such brief but epical topics as, well, you know what? You saw the trailer. more than the trailer in the beginning. So without wasting time, let's get it on, folks. Let's get it on. So, now, Creed is set for a Thanksgiving 2015 release. I see that, assembly is really quick. It's going to hit home before we know it. And getting up to speed on Creed, I believe the original premise was that Rocky would be training Apollo Creed's grandson from the upper crust who was wealthy and didn't need to follow in becoming a fighter, but wants to earn his own medal, so turns to Rocky Balboa for guidance. As things happen in Hollywood, as they do, things have changed. And if you have seen our Rambo 5 Schlavenport piece some months ago on the deserted Rambo 5 set that we covered in the Rambo 5 is happening right now, back in October, Sly himself, in a great interview, we played a sample where Sly talked about some of the small, to become big at the time, changes that were going on with Creed. For example, the new synopsis of Adonis Creed, played by the great Michael B. Jordan of Fruitvale Station, and the incredibly amazing Akira-esque Chronicle by Max Landis, the brilliant Max Landis. I'm a huge, big Max Landis fan. Anyway, in the filming version, Adonis is Apollo's son, or love child, from an off-scene romance. Not from Marianne Creed of Rocky 2 and 4, but from what I'm guessing was a fling or affair type relationship. I know IMDb hasn't been really, how would you say that, accurate, but I guess that's to throw us off so we don't know too much, even though Sly himself has been leaking way too much on the sidelines. So it looks like more that Adonis has more of a reason to fight and search out Rocky, because like Rocky, he's now coming up maybe a little more rags to riches, for the love child, for being the love child of Apollo Creed. If you go back and listen to our Mike Kunda from the Creed set interview, he lets on that Adonis doesn't tell Rocky at first who he is, and that leads to trust differences between them, that he's actually fighting in Mexico under a different name, which is really, really cool. And go back and listen to those tons of spoilers only on Rambomania. Must I add, so there is a deception here for Rocky to look out for. Very interesting indeed, because Rocky's kind of been here before in Rocky 5. And that's a nice little sage nod. So I'm really, 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 for reallys excited for Philadelphia, for Felicia Richard, Claire Huxtable, to be playing Miss Creed. Hopefully she'll be playing Adonis's mom and not Marianne Creed. It would be cool if her and Marianne did meet on screen in the film. I would love for her to have some screen time with Sly, because honestly, I think this is going to be an awesome, extremely big comeback for her. And she is one of the biggest reasons that I'm looking forward to this movie. In fact, Studio Red Band has reached out to Mrs. Felicia Rashad for an interview. Burt Young as well. So hopefully, with fingers crossed, we get the honorable privilege to converse with Burt Young and Felicia Richard sometime in the near future. So hope, 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 hope. So it's 10 years since Balboa walked off into the Star Night sunset of Vegas. His son has moved on without him. And respectfully, I wonder if this is a nod to the late, great, and iconic Sage Stallone, who I wished we'd seen in Rocky VI, or Rocky Balboa, a.k.a. Like, I love Milo too, or Milo, but I really, Sage, I really love Sage, and his presence in Rocky V was important, and then off, it was important to see. And off Little Marie and Steps are gone. They're gone too. And there's no Little Marie, no Steps. Duke has since passed away as well. And that's a big blow. One of the biggest blows I took researching this for you is that Paulie has died as well. And like going into Balboa, Rocky Balboa with Talia Shire, I really wish that Burt Young was still around in the Rocky universe. I mean, he is phenomenal and had, cemented any flaw Balboa may have had for me. It's hard to fathom this movie without him. I mean, he's the yin to the yang, and I wish that with all my heart Sly would film flashbacks with Duke and Paulie and Adrian. Rocky coping with their coming demises to face his own. And it's no secret there are Creed sequels on the table. So I would hope that Sly would do that. And even Punchy the dog, is gone now. Maybe he's with Steps. But to take a man's dog, John Wick style, it's to truly bring him down to the last rung. So it looks like Rocky has this new dog that I've seen photos of. So let's take a look at some of the newcomers as we have uncovered in the past. Bianca, Boo of Adonis, to be played by Tessa Thompson from Dear White People. Tony Bello is going to play Adonis's opponent. The great Graham McTavish of Rambo will be Tony's trainer. There was an apparent fight on the set, a real fight that Sly had to step between of everyone. Everyone should check that out at Total Rocky, at TotalRocky.com. Mike Hunda's social media, Facebook and Twitter, for daily goodies as well. You should check those out. And also, we have learned that Mickey's Gym has moved, and they're filming for Adelphi Gym. I'm wondering if that's supposed to be for the LA Apollo Gym of Rocky 3 or a new Philadelphia gym. There's also a lot of new unseen elements to Adrian's restaurant and the Great Victor Cafe that Mike was talking about. Rocky's, doing renovations and repairs by himself. In some of Creed's first scenes being filmed, so we're going to get to see new elements of Adrian's that we haven't seen in Rocky Balboa.